And we are live. Just gone live. Still trying to. I'm trying to get Oliver set up. I'm trying to get it so I'll actually be able to hear him properly and all that sort of stuff. Can you hear me, guys? Leave in the comment section. Can you hear me? Don't know if I'll be able to hear me or what's the deal. I'm trying to think. I've got my Bluetooth headphones in, so Oliver will be able to hear me in that, but I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be... Okay, so I can hear my audio, fine. Oliver's going to be joining us soon from Rugby League, in my opinion. He's got a Facebook page, got an Instagram page. Probably going to be answering some questions and that. Just a matter of getting it set up, and in the meantime, I'll also play some career mode. I might even play like a player career mode sort of thing. Not player career mode, a coach one. I might even give the Titans a whirl. If I chuck it on the 9-minute halves, yeah, I'll do all that sort of stuff. Should I go as the Bulldogs or... You know what, let's go as the Bulldogs. I'll go as the Bulldogs because I haven't really played as the Bulldogs too much. I'll play with them, they're pretty shit. Oh, did I just pick the Broncos, did I? No, I picked... Okay, there we go, Bulldogs. We'll play as Australia, New South Wales, unaffiliated. Don't really care about that one. Well, we're not going to win a premiership, but I think we can get a star signing. All of this stuff. What is it? Look, that looks like the best one. Attracting players not the best, but whatever, it'll do. It'll do. Basically, I just want to simulate through the season. Maybe even simulate through another season, and then I'll be able to go ahead and bloody... if I can set this up properly, this would be fine. Simulate through, and then I can go and make my own signings. And because look, this is from 2017 or something, that we got Clemmer there with Morris Boys and Bayer, Aaron Woods. Like, it's a pretty outdated one as of right now. I'm very worried about actually trying to get the stream going properly because I don't really know how to set it up properly where I can hear Oliver as well as you guys being able to hear Oliver. I feel like it's going to be like a one or the other with these earphones, but I'm hoping the desktop picks it up. I don't really know for sure though what it's got to pick up. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried, but we'll see how it goes. If I can try and get this working perfectly, if I can add a friend. I don't really know how Discord works, to be honest with you. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start simulating all of this stuff. Recruiting is open on the 8th of the 6th, so let's go ahead and simulate to there. So we'll go into February 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. So we can get to about here. Friend request failed. Okay, so Oliver's tried. I'll try and add him while it simulates. I don't know this add server and that sort of stuff. Bear with me, guys. Probably the next couple of minutes, just going to be trying to sort out getting Oliver in the chat or whatever. How's everyone going, guys? Got anything you want us to talk about? Did I do a new career mode? Yeah, I've just started. We have Jaden. We got Red League highlights in here again. Ash, love seeing the same people in here, and something I actually really enjoy. Do I have custom jerseys because it won't work? No, I don't have any custom jerseys. Alright, I'm going to give Ozza, give him an ad. I'm just going to copy and paste these in because I can't be bothered typing it out. I'm just being real here. Let's grab it. So, I keep going to Twitch instead of Discord. Let's see, does it work? Hashtag. What's with this hashtag shit? I didn't know Discord had that before. They didn't, did they? Hopefully it doesn't get his stuff leaked out. Send friend request. It was sent. Okay, there we go. It was sent. So that should be that sorted. When Oliver does join, I'll let you know, and then you should be able to sort of give us a guide on whether you can actually hear it. My favourite movie, I actually don't. Jeez, I don't even know. I'll be honest, I actually do like a lot of Adam Sandler's. I like Borat, it was pretty sick. Well, I actually can't even re-sign players until then. Got a couple of beers here, to be honest with you. Crack open a beer. Shit, didn't mean to do that. Actually on Rebel League Y4, sweet. It's actually not too bad. We've got 15... No, we don't have 15. I don't know how many people we've got in the stream right now, but bloody... It says 17 concurrent. I don't know if that means... I think that's like the overall one. I don't know how many's actually in the proper stream though, but we'll see. Okay, I've got Oz up. Let's add Ollie into here. If I can bloody set this up properly. Start a voice call. Voice connected. Don't know if we're actually connected. I think we are. Maybe. Okay, I don't know if anyone's talking. I don't really know what's the go here. Maybe I've got to set up my input probably. Go headset. Output device. Let's go. Is it default? I don't know. What does it actually go through? I can't hear shit according to this. Don't know if I can still hear it. Maybe not. That's probably not the best. Are you there, Ollie? I might have to swap bloody headsets and that. Maybe this isn't the go. Maybe it's probably not. If I change my microphone, okay, he can hear me. I just can't hear him. Gotta bloody set this up. Pain in the ass. Sorry, guys. Heard something just then. Don't know if that was it. Okay, that's a lot better. Hey, talk for a second.
Hello.
Alright, so I can hear him through the laptop. Where's my input? Sorry, guys. Still trying to set this up. Speakers. If I do... Headset. Is that right? No. Hey, can you talk there, Ollie, for a sec? No, that didn't get it. Oh, that's because I'm on the friggin' wrong bloody one. Hey, can you talk? Can you talk right now? Oh, okay. I can hear you. I can hear you now. Just a matter of trying and get the chat to actually, or get the stream to hear you now. Guys, can you hear me? Oh, can you hear Oliver? Or can you hear both of us? I wish there was a way I can actually properly know how to actually set it up. Where like we could both hear it and then the bloody OBS or whatever doesn't kill it. Audio input, maybe that's it. Let's try
audio input.
Audio input.
Let's go.
Nope,
that's not it.
Nope, that's not it.
Well, I'm capturing the
desktop,
but I don't know if that
actually
does it.
And
and you probably know as much as I do on the OBS stuff. It's like you use it every now and again. Hey, got. Is Apple alright to stream on or not?
Alright to stream on or not?
Yeah, right. So
right.
Bit more, bit better, bit easier probably.
So it doesn't. It literally doesn't. Like it doesn't get it at all, or. Yeah. Right, okay. So it's not great, but like it's useful. Like just for a normal sort of thing, but fuck, I had it all like set up in terms of the some stuff, but now I've bloody just wrecked it. Desktop audio. Just a matter of like if I had my normal, I used to wear for streams and stuff. I used to wear a headset, and I would like use that, and it was easy. But now I'm using Bluetooth earphones just because all I bloody got at the moment, and it's not really working. Headset. We'll try this. I don't know if this is the right one. Okay, desktop audio is coming through. I think they might be able to hear. Possibly. Because whenever I hear anything, it's like I could hear you do a little bit.
Yeah.
Like move or something, and then it would like also move at the same time. So I'm hoping it's got ya. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go over it. We're just gonna go over it. I'm doing a bloody career mode stream at the moment. I've got Bulldogs.
Yeah, I got it up on my phone because I didn't know like what we were like what the actual video was gonna look like. So yeah, that's good, man.
Well, I think for ages, for the last couple of streams, I've had it, and because I don't stream that often, especially with like the Elgato, like the game cacher thing. I was doing it, and I was like, why does my stream look like shit? And it turns out I was streaming in like 480 or something, like super low resolution for the actual game. So like I noticed some people were saying like, why does my webcam, my shitty little webcam, look good? Okay, they can hear you. They can hear you. Perfect.
Okay. Sweet.
How's guys in the chat? How's like our audio levels? Am I way louder than Ollie, or am I perfect, or how's it? How is it? Because it's bloody good that they can hear you. Because I was getting worried there for a sec. I was going, what do we do here? Batman Gaming. I actually don't know how many people we've got watching right now. I'll probably.
It says 16. I've got it up here.
16. Nice. Perfect. Rightio. So I've actually loaded up. I haven't loaded up, but I put on my Instagram if anyone has questions. But I don't really know. Okay, I actually do know how to use it. I was just having a look with all the new updates to Instagram and stuff. It's been so long since I've actually asked for questions and that sort of stuff. So I was like, oh, where does it even come through now?
Yeah.
I just realised it's still the same, still the notifications or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh shit, did I just lose all my good players? Fuck. Oh man, Michael Leach is off contract. Do I re-sign him?
What's this? Wait, is this the 2017 side?
2017. So I've still got like Aaron Woods, David Clemmer. Well, the only guys off contract for me is Leacher, Chase Stanley, Matt Frawley, and like some randoms.
Nah, it's fine.
Michael Leacher, 407. He's 81, 477,000.
Is this the 2017?
Imagine that.
Is this 2017?
Yeah, this is 2017. So this is like their default rosters. I went onto like a new account, so I had default ones.
Yeah. Is it the 2017 season that you're currently in, like the first season?
Yep. Still in the first one.
I reckon you just let them go.
Simulated straight through.
Yeah,
let them go. Who is off contract?
It's because I always notice
89 rated.
Yeah. Well, in that 2017 season, like there's not usually too many big players that you can really get. You know what I mean? Not too many game changers.
I'll have a look at the Bulldog. Oh, I'm in the fucking Origin team. I can't even look at it. The Origin team that they've selected by default. See, this is it too far off what the actual side was?
Yeah.
So their one is Tedesco at fullback, Tommy Trbojevic and Joey Leilua on the wings, Jack Bird, Jared Croker in the centres. Yeah, Adam Reynolds and James Maloney as the halves. Yeah, Aaron Woods, Matt Pryor as the props. Matt Pryor 91 rated, mind you.
Yeah.
Damien Cook, hooker. Got Wade Graham, Josh Jackson, second row, lock, Paul Gallen. Also in the squad was Robbie Farah and Matt Moylan. They've got, I don't know who the... Andrew Fafita is the highest rated player too at 92.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's on the bench. You got Paul Vaughan there, Shannon Boyd. We miss his cousin, Shannon Boyd. Cody Walker's even in the squad. It's like not too far off what it probably is, but I don't know.
Oh, what it probably was back then, yeah.
I just seen in the comments, the 2017 dog side looks depressing. Not wrong.
That was
But
the first.
Try the 2020 side.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the first year you guys missed the finals and you've not made it since. I was at the Bulldogs' last finals game, and it was the first week of the finals.
Is that where they got carved by
Penrith? Yeah, at Allianz Stadium in 2016.
Yeah, I did a live reaction to it. So one of my favorite live reactions.
Yeah.
Just cause, like, you know, like Origin and stuff. Like, even though I go for New South Wales, and it's like depressing as fuck when they lose. But when the Bulldogs got knocked out of the finals, it's just like just hits different.
No, well, at the end of the day,
it's like,
yeah, Origin's more like you obviously support your state, and I guess it sucks when they lose, but you get over it. Like, it's an exhibition match that's played 3 times a year. It's the best of New South Wales, the best of Queensland. It's not like you're watching them every week. It's not like it's going to be relatively the same side for 3 years in a row or something. Well, it could be, but yeah.
I'm actually legit spot on with what I was going to say. Like, it's, like you follow your club team week in, week out for like 80% of the year, and then when that other 20% is checking out all of the bloody signings and like keeping up to date with stuff, whereas like Origin, it's like, all right, we kind of have a base idea of what the New South Wales, even like next year, we can kind of have a pretty good guess of what the New South Wales and Queensland side's going to be.
Yeah.
They played 3 games and then it's done. But yeah, when you get to the finals, it's like you wait all year. A lot of the times, your team gets fucked by Origin. Like, if you're actually like a good team, all it takes is like an injury in Origin. Because chances are, if you're in the top 8 and actually a chance, you're going to have a bloody couple Origin players.
Yeah.
Which is why that was only the one thing that I didn't mind about this year's Origin series, was just the fact that like it felt like throughout the actual NRL season, teams didn't have to worry about resting players and people getting injured because they were playing, like they were all focused on another competition.
Yeah.
It's kind of the opposite.
Yeah, 100%.
So what do you reckon? Who should we sign for the Bulldogs? I need a fullback, hey?
Who's your current fullback?
I'd say it's probably Hopewadi, maybe?
I mean,
I'm thinking Hopewadi.
He's solid.
Like 2017. Yeah, he's like a solid player, but I could chuck him in the centres. But
it's just from memory. It's like there's not too many players in the first season that
Well, I'm just looking now. It's a lot of Super League guys. We've got Sam Tompkins and Zach Hardacre. They're 86 and 85. And after that, it's Kurt Mann.
Hardacre is...
They're 83.
Hardacre usually develops well in the game, though, doesn't he, if you sign him?
Yeah, well, he's 25. He's fairly young. Yeah, Hopewadi. Well, Hopewadi's actually 85. I could probably do with Hopewadi.
Yeah.
He's on contract until next year. I could probably deal with that. Maybe I'll just stick with Hopper for the moment. See, who are some wingers? I think Bulldogs definitely need a winger. There's no one on the market. I think I skipped forward a couple of days accidentally, and I think probably all the good ones got signed.
Oh, yeah.
Go the Gold Coast boy, Jordan Rankin.
Yeah. Yeah.
380,000. Jeez. It's funny seeing some of the ratings back in the day, like, because I'm so used to using all my custom rosters and all that, where like Ponga's fucking 90 something and whatever. Like they're all sort of up to date. Whereas like you go in here and Alex Johnson's 78 rated and
well, I've got a problem with my PS4 where, and I'm not gonna have to deal with it for too much longer when I get a PS5. But it goes. There's something wrong with the motherboard, and there has been for like a year and a half, and it's just through, I don't know, me mistreating it and I guess being lazy and just turning it off straight at the switch instead of actually
Oh,
turning it off and
I
stuff.
done that once, and it looked like it was completely stuffed, and then it sort of came good again like the
Yeah,
next day, and it was like a thing where I don't normally just press the button, but then I just did for some reason, and then all of a sudden, of course, this is the time it goes to shit.
yeah. Well, so it sort of it depends, right? It can happen after like 3 days, or I could go a solid month before it happens, but I have to actually reinstall the entire PS4. So the good thing is I can just,
Yeah, so that's what it was asking me
yeah,
to do, and then I just turned it off and turned it back on, and thankfully it worked.
see, that sometimes works with me, but like rarely. Like it's usually I just have to do it, and I've learned to live with it. The good thing is though, I can just log back into my PlayStation network, so everything I've ever done online is safe. It's
Hell yeah.
saved, so that's fine. But it's just like, yeah, like career modes and stuff, and obviously, if like I've downloaded all the squads on Rugby League Live for a couple of times before, but I tend to not do it, and I tend to just play with the 2018 squads because it's the World Cup edition. I tend to just play with those and not, I just sort of play from 2018, and I'm fine with it. So I've like looked through all the player ratings a fair bit, and I
Yeah.
think once on Rugby League, in my opinion, I think on my story I put up like a trivia, and I'm like, guess how much so and so's rated in Rugby League Live for, and it's like I think Payne Haas is like 58, 59.
Oh, it's crazy.
But
Hey, it's crazy. It's like when I'd go and do my friggin' videos talking about like the origin, like the simulation sort of stuff, and then you'd find a player that, because most of the ones I was doing was from like I just went through and did the ratings from last year where I went through and did them
yeah,
properly. Where this year I just went and jumped on and just a few plays, but say like a guy like Xavier Coates or whatever, and then it'd go on and I hadn't updated him because he wasn't in last year's
yeah,
team, and it's like shit, like whoa, I was like did not expect. Like you kind of know they're not going to be
yeah.
great,
Well,
but you don't
yeah.
expect them to be that low.
Well, like with a Payne Haas, like no one knew who he was then, so that's fair. But then, like even some of like the higher ratings and that were questionable, I would say. Like, oh, who am I trying to think of off the top of my head? I know Aaron Woods. Aaron Woods is really good in the game. Like, he'd nearly be the best player.
Or
It's weird. He's
yeah, I
unstoppable.
remember he was literally like one of the best players. Like it was actually it was really funny considering how his career's kind of
Well,
gone.
exactly. Like,
But
he was in a very
like
bad patch of
even
form.
back then though, it was like strange.
Yeah, because it's when he first went to the Bulldogs and he wasn't playing well. He didn't even really play well, I don't reckon, his last couple of years at the Tigers.
Yeah, but
But
even when this game first came out, I remember it actually came out in 20 like for
17, yeah.
the year before that. So I think these rosters are actually the 2018 from
Yeah,
memory.
because it's the World Cup edition, they
Um,
updated the rosters, but not the
yeah,
jerseys
yeah,
or anything else. You had to pay
yeah.
the
How
$10 to update it, but it,
such? I remember I played it just so I could do a video playing as the Chicks for one game.
yeah,
I feel like it might have been a waste of time, but it was pretty fun. There's literally I've looked through. There is absolutely nobody to sign. I just re-signed Michael Leacher for 1 year just because nobody else.
yeah,
That's bloody desperate times. I simulated through all that for nothing.
yeah,
All right, we'll go through also who won the actual premiership. I'll probably end up just telling you like what's happening. Probably easier that way
yeah.
rather than you have to keeping track of the actual stream. How sad is the Manly fellow died?
Yeah,
Can't believe that.
I didn't even realize. Like, I remember getting there at halftime in 2017, the grand final. He's the one in the Holden Cup. How Manly won it on full
Yeah,
time. He's the one who scored.
I don't remember it. I don't remember the tribe. I don't remember the actual game at all. But I've seen people bring it up,
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, it's like one of those ones. I was like, oh, surely like it'll ring a bell, but it just didn't.
yeah. So,
But I suppose that was kind of getting to the back end of the 20s where people were starting to not really care about it too much. I
no, well,
guess.
that was the last ever Holden Cup game.
Yeah, legit. What do you say? 2017 it was.
2017. So that was the last Holden Cup competition.
Wait, you're not gonna. You'll see it soon. Guess who got the Dally M Player of the Year on this?
Wait, hold on. Let me get it up and I'll react. You've got an ad.
Oh, get that monetization.
Yeah. All right, so you're scrolling through now. It's a couple seconds behind here on the stream. Okay.
Yeah, I get a feeling it's like a minute behind.
Nah, well, it says the Dally M Awards have been decided, but you've not clicked on it. Oh, wait, I can see it in the headline.
It's in the corner.
Jordan Rapana.
Ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Unless for some reason.
Wait, Moses Mbye, top point scorer.
For the Dogs. Where'd you guys finish on the ladder?
Fuck, it can't be good.
Yeah.
Although maybe it's not. We came 12th. That's probably very fitting.
That's probably, you know what, in 2018 and 2019, you guys finished 12th. So hopefully...
Mate, I feel like I'd take that this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys will improve this year, but I don't think it's top 8 yet.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, weirder things have happened, but just with, like, you look at all the other side. Holy shit, the Broncos won the 2017 Premiership, or 2018, I guess.
From 6th.
That's hectic.
They've broken the Bulldogs record.
They did the impulsive Raiders. I swear to God, all these games, they all love the Dragons on this. They're always like a sick team and always play so well.
The Dragons.
Yet, play like absolute shit in real life.
Yeah. So what I do sometimes, just playing around for something different, I'll go on and I'll do a competition mode, and I'll sim through the season and I'll play all the finals games, and then I'll do like player movements and that, and I'll like change players on different teams and see how they go on that. In the first season, Hey?
You go.
Nah, well, I was going to say, the first season, the top 3 is always the Raiders, Cowboys, and Sharks in some order.
Raw Raiders got first on this one.
Yeah. They're just, I think,
because... the player movements.
Hey?
I was just saying, I was looking, I've got the player movements up on here. Sam Tompkins going to Penrith. I tried to sign Paulie. He's 23.91 rated prop. And he was on like a fairly small contract, and I lowballed him a bit too much.
Yeah.
Could have had him. He literally would have been my best prop.
I'm just taking a look through. Usually, the Panthers signed Zach Hardacre, but they go on Sam Tompkins in your one. At least in mine, because he played for Penrith a bit in 2017. That's why he's got the game face, but then he went back
mid-season.
Yeah, and like he didn't do too well, but people need to realize like
coming off the bench a lot.
Yeah, they played him off the bench for like 10 minutes a game. He was the reigning man of steel, like best player in the Super League. Penrith signed him halfway through the year from over in England and gave him like 10 minutes a game right at the end. Yeah.
It kind of does seem like such a Penrith thing to do, though.
Yeah, well, I don't...
Like,
was Matt Moylan
at least back then. I'd say so at that point. Well, it was a couple of years ago, right? Moylan's only been at the Sharks for a couple of years now.
Yeah, well, he was still at Penrith, but he might have been 5'8". But anyway, like, you'd think he'd get a chance.
Well, to be fair, Moylan's so injured all the time. Like, he probably was injured for half that anyways.
True, because that's the year...
Just a matter of whether they had...
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, Cleary debuted the year before.
Let's have a look. Hardacre. Isn't Zach Hardacre supposed to be a bit of a prick, like, off the field, but...
No, I've seen... So, through work and that, I've interviewed a fair few Super League players, and one of them, Oliver Gilder, he runs a podcast, and they play for Wigan.
Is he French?
Gilder? No, he's English. Yeah, but he interviews on his podcast, like, all his teammates and that.
So he's kind of like the Chad Townsend of Super League, like.
Who's this?
Gilder, like Chad Townsend has his podcast and
interviews sort of.
That he's in his
team. That's what Gildart's doing, and like he interviewed Zach Hardacre, and it was like pretty much a tell-all thing because he's been in trouble for like doping and stuff like that. And
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
yeah,
He's like a guy who every time I see, I only ever like because now he's in like I was like back in England. The only time you ever hear about him is like when something's gone wrong.
yeah, he sort of, I think for a while there, his nickname was the Todd Carney of the Super League. But in 2017, so he played that period at Penrith. You know what? It might have even been 2016 he played at Penrith because in 2017 he was at Castleford and they finished first and they had a really good year and they've never won the Super League before. And anyway, he played all year. He was like their star player or just about, and they qualified for the Super League Grand Final to verse Leeds. And Leeds had an
Yeah,
average year, but Leeds they just managed to usually get through. Apparently they had a bit of an average
yeah,
year.
they're always in
Yeah.
amongst
So
there
it
somewhere.
was pretty much, the Melbourne Storm of this. It was pretty much like Melbourne up against Penrith this year, like the consistent top side against the side that just had it like a freakish year. And it
Yeah,
was in the
yeah.
week leading up to the grand final that Hardacre got done for doping.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
okay, I should remember
yeah,
this.
it was in
Yeah.
the lead up, and I think Castleford were favourites. I mean, they've never won the Super League, but I don't think they had won like the English First Division, which is what it was called before that, for like years and years and years. And yeah, and I think they lost by a point. I think it was something like 17-16. And Hardacre was talking about how it was like just the most depressing thing watching it from home because he couldn't be there.
Well, yeah, so it's like even like with an injury and stuff, at least like you're injured, like you can't do
Yeah,
anything. Like it's just it is what it is. Injuries happen, but just with the doping thing, it's like fuck, like
yeah,
just terrible timing.
100%, man. But that's it.
I need to sign a center.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say, man. You know how there's like rumors and that Asada or whatever over here, or there's speculation that they choose a specific time to sort of you know do a player for doping or whatever. Like Bronson Sherry, I
Yeah.
think it was either right before the NRL season started or right before the season restart
Do you
this
mean
year
in terms of when they
when
announce
they
it or when
announce
they
it.
actually do it?
Well, when
Yeah, it definitely does seem a bit dodgy.
so
Eh?
yeah, I guess the Zach Carter thing's a big example of that. Where do you think they might have found out before because they literally announced it like the lead up to the grand final, like, and that
It
probably
wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them. It was probably like a thing where they knew and they're like, all right, we got to do this now before he wins it, and then they have to change it.
maybe yeah. Well, in the end, Castleford only lost by a point, right? So they were still in
Well,
the
it's so
game.
then you think,
But
well, he'd probably have a make a
yeah, well,
difference,
that's
right?
that's the thing. And I think he was saying in the interview
Fuck.
that the guy who played fullback in that game made a few mistakes because he wasn't usually the fullback, like maybe dropped a couple high balls or just made some mistakes that Hardacre knew he wouldn't. So I think that
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
impacted him as well because I think when he was watching it, he was mainly watching this fullback and he in his head was like, oh, I wouldn't have done that or made that mistake or something. So yeah, but
It's got to be hard when you say that, hey?
100%, like I can't think of anything much worse than what he would have had to go through. But then again, man, like none of that would have happened if he just
Yeah,
didn't do it.
exactly. Like you can only feel so sorry, like for him until you realize like they're in that position because he did the wrong thing. So yeah, as much as you want it, as much as it like we do feel sorry for him, but then it's like, should we? Like he got caught breaking the rules essentially.
Yeah,
I don't know who I should sign. Michael Leach is actually progressing really well. It's almost like he's actually turning out on this game how he was supposed to in real life.
yeah. Well, like even sort of as long as a player's sort of still in their 20s in rugby league life, or it's a bit ridiculous. Like their overall
They
usually
all end
shoots
up like
up.
95 rated, eh?
Yeah, because I remember
I'm
thinking, because I
thinking,
remember in Rugby League Live 3, like the initial ratings for everyone were like, it'd be hard to find someone who wasn't in the high 80s or 90s. And I remember thinking, oh, this is a bit unrealistic. So when I first saw the ratings for Rugby League Live 4,
Yep.
I saw that and I was like, wow, okay, this is a bit more well rounded. It's a bit more spread out. It's a bit more realistic. But then you play career mode, and after one season, everyone's pretty much back up to either high 80s or
It's just
90s.
it's funny because it seems like a random too. So I just had a look. So Tony Williams is up to 88 rated
Yeah,
on here. Yeah, Adam Elliott after like 2.5 seasons is still 79 rated, and I'm pretty sure he starts on like 77.
yeah,
So I don't know if is it just a thing where they've got to start or
yeah. Well, I did a mini series on my YouTube channel probably 5 months ago now or something, where I did a career mode with the East Tigers in the Queensland Cup, but I put them in the NRL because this is like
yep,
the rumours. Obviously, it's now confirmed that they've put in a bid under the Firehawks, but when it was rumoured that they were going to put in a bid, so I was like, okay, what if they got in? I didn't sign anyone. I didn't. I obviously signed players as the career progress, but I didn't like add anyone
yep,
to the initial team and that. And all of them, the best player probably would have been 71, 73 to start the career mode. And by the end of it, my lowest rated player was like 85. And I didn't have the money to sign too many players for the first couple of seasons. So, like for example,
yep.
Scott Drinkwater was in the side, and I think he was like 66 rated or something at the start of the career mode, and by the end of it, he was like 90. And I only did
Far
like
out.
3-4 seasons of it, so yeah,
I just I've just signed Shannon Boyd. He's like suggested value was. Oh, my bloody earphones just said battery low. Just what I want.
yeah,
Just as I'm freaking streaming. Might have to go and grab a charger or something. I have a charger coming out of my freaking earphones. But just as like it said, what was his value? Should have been like 600,000 or something. I just offered 500, thinking he wouldn't accept, and then he bloody accepted.
really, that's pretty rare, isn't it? Play If you're signing someone from
Yeah,
another club,
well,
you got to pay overs in the game.
yeah, like legit. That's why I end up usually just signing like my own guys. That's why I was looking at friggin' Michael Leacher. As much as I want to get rid of him, I end up signing Jake Turpin.
Yeah,
I thought he might be a decent little signing there. Should I try Vunivalu? Nah, actually not. John Olive up to 20. He's up to 82. It's funny when you see guys like that who are just so crap in real life,
yeah.
and then on this they end up being absolute worldies, just so good. Should I say the source Mantle? I'll lowball him. I'll see if I can get him. 385 for 3 years. Let's see. Okay, so he's signed with Penrith. Interesting. Corey Oates, let's go him. 385, 3 years. Yep, he signed with Brisbane. Nightingale, maybe not. Edric, let's sign Edric. 325, 3 years. Okay, he signed with the Broncos too. Broncos signing everybody. Whoa. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe that's what I got to do. Just keep lowballing players, get them to other clubs so they can't sign anyone.
Yeah,
And then I just swoop in. Maybe that's the tactic. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Justin Olam as a winger for the Falcons. 70. He's 74 rated. I
74.
reckon Big Justin. Yeah, that's actually not too bad
Yeah,
considering you're probably an unknown then.
yeah, and he's young, so if you sign him, he probably ends up mid-90s.
Yeah, he's like 24.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, all these players want too much for what they're actually worth. I have so much cap space though, but I don't really feel the need to sign anyone, so I'll probably just let everyone go. I've got to go bloody grab a charger, so I'll probably be back in a sec.
All good, man.
I'll be able to hear still. The chat won't be able to hear me, so if you want to keep chatting, talk to the stream.
Yeah, well, I'll have a look if we've got
Fantastic.
questions. I'll just refresh it now, guys. I've got the stream up on my phone too, so if there's questions, I'll start answering them until Luke comes back. I'll just scroll up a bit so we can get some. Okay. We got Batman Gaming here who. Oh, he's asking Luke who his favourite NRL player is. I thought you were going to ask his favourite NRL team because I know that's the Bulldogs, so I could have answered that for him.
You can still answer it for me. Answer your one.
Um, Maybe put Hopewadi in centre and Hayne fullback. I don't think Hayne's available in the first season for Rugby League by 4, but you know what? In the game, from memory, Hopewadi is a fullback and Hayne is actually a centre, listed as a centre. So
Yeah, I'm back on camera. They should be able to hear me. Yeah, he was available like the first year, but I think you're right. Wasn't a fullback or I can't remember what it was, but I had a look at him. He was super high rated. He was like 90 rated or something.
Hayne,
Yeah, he was very high rated.
I think he was 85 and a centre in 2017 at least because he was at the Titans.
Yeah, true. He was. He definitely didn't play fullback there, did he?
He did a couple of games. They also tried him at 5'8".
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, tried him at centre. They
Oh, bloody.
just should have never signed him.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Bloody had to do my friggin' head in this bloody earphones. Give me 2 seconds. What can I do? I know the stream can still hear me. I don't know if they can still hear Oliver. Probably not at this point. If I get Oliver to... What can I do? If we can play Oliver through the bloody... Where is it? Desktop audio. If I do that... Device. If I do... There, I think that might be alright. Oliver, can you talk for a second?
Yeah.
Alright, so they can hear you. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go grab some actual earphones. I'm gonna have to sort this shit out. Sorry, guys.
That's all good. Well, if the chat can still hear me, I'll see some of the questions. Who do you think will win next year? Personally, I think it's going to be a Raiders. Raiders.
Right, I've gone for the tried and tested wired earphones. We had to see if this does anything. I hope so. Probably not, but we'll see. If I change... Well, can you hear me in the chat still? Or in the stream, I should say. How do I change my bloody settings here? Voice and video. Output device. If I change that to speakers, maybe? Is that the right one? Hey, Ollie, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, so I can hear you. Chat, can you hear Oliver still? I think it should be alright now. This is probably the better setup. I've got my laptop in front of me. I'm actually probably going to stop the Twitch pretty soon. Try and get people over. Wow! Dally M Player of the Year. Kyle fucking Felt.
Kyle Felt.
Wow. Seriously.
Did he get top try scorer?
You'd assume so if he's going to be playing on the wing. Where's the stats and that? Sure, that's not the tries. No way. They can't be. Nah, no way. I don't know how to find it. I must have like already gone through it. Went past it. Which is a little bit annoying, but is what it is, I guess.
Well, do you want to hear something that I thought was quite interesting, so I posted about it today, and give you
Yeah,
some
man, go for
thoughts.
it.
So I compiled a list and chat, give your thoughts as well as I read them out. I compiled a list of what the grand final would have been if every team, if the team, sorry, that were eliminated in the prelim had made it to the grand final. I did it from 2010 till 2020. And
Yep.
there's one big sort of talking point that's come out of it for everyone. So 2010, and I obviously would have liked this, the Tigers and the Titans, if they weren't eliminated in the prelim, they would have versed in the grand final. I'd say the Tigers would have probably won that just off of memory. I mean, they lost by a point to the Dragons, who were dominant all season. The Titans were really good too, but sort of based off of that,
Yeah.
the Tigers were.
I was just gonna say, Titans had a fairly good. That was like what, Matt Rogers, Preston
Yeah.
Campbell, Scotty Prince.
Yeah, so in 2009, we made the second week of the finals. And then,
Yeah, so a pretty fucking
yeah,
solid team.
and then 2010, I think we finished top four both years, but the first year we were eliminated first week of the finals, second year, well, 2010, obviously, we made the prelim, and we got absolutely flogged by the Roosters, who had finished sixth that year. In 2011, the Storm versus the Broncos. That was when the Warriors beat Melbourne in Melbourne to get into the grand final. Look, the Broncos. That was the era where the Broncos were usually making the prelim most years, or they were at least making the finals. And they had one of the better teams, obviously, but they still weren't like a Manly or a Melbourne level for back then. So Melbourne probably would have won that, and especially bouncing back from the whole salary cap thing as well.
Yeah, you'd think that'd be rare to going into that.
2012 as well, Souths and Manly. This would have been, well, 2 years earlier. Souths making their first grand final in 41 years, I guess. I mean, I still would have tipped Manly because Manly, if we aren't taking into account the others before, Manly would have been the defending premiers going into that one, and probably that finals experience. Souths hadn't really made the finals for a few years.
It would have been hectic, but had that all happened.
Yeah. Well, 2013, and this would have been an interesting matchup, especially if the Rabbitohs, if we're taking into account that the Rabbitohs missed the.
Well, it would have been a year before, right?
Yeah.
That they would have made the grand
Well,
final.
2013, they lost in the prelim as well. But if them and the other team that lost in the prelim had made the grand final, it would have been Rabbitohs versus Knights in 2013.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the Wayne's old boys.
Yeah, Wayne's old boys, they finished, I think, sixth or seventh. They got to the prelim within the first 5 minutes. Danny Badiris got knocked out in what ended up being his last game. He went off, and the Roosters just tore him apart, I think.
It's just hectic how something like that can change your game so quick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna swap to Twitch, guys. If you just want to come over to Twitch now, it's Mr. Luke Streams. If you want to come over to that, I'm gonna be swapping in literally like a couple seconds once I bloody figure out how to do it. So this is where you realise how much of a bit of a noob I am for this sort of shit. So yeah, I'm gonna stop the stream on here now. Thanks everyone who watch it. It's gonna stay up on YouTube obviously at the moment. So everyone watching, you've just seen me put together the God Squad. That is the Bulldogs. I signed Bronco Lee, 89 rated. Jake Turpin's over, but I accidentally re-signed Michael Leacher as well, who's higher rated. Greg East was still there. I forgot to actually just release him.